I call this meeting to order. Will all please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Roll call, please.
Mayor Gibbons,
Here.
Councilmember Jack Sadek,
Here.
Councilmember Litso,
Here.
Councilmember McLean,
Present.
Councilmember Reinecker is absent, Councilmember Schaefer is absent, Councilmember Zimmer.
Here.
Thank you. We have presentations tonight, or one presentation for Arbor Day and our forester, Brandon Sly. So if you'll join me up here.
I'd face the audience. Yeah.
I'm gonna read the whole thing. But, and Brandon, our arborist, does a fantastic job. And for those that don't know, we passed a pretty significant new last two meetings and with no opposition whatsoever. So we're excited about getting more trees in our Kirkwood. So whereas Arbor Day is held every year in Kirkwood and is designated for planting trees, and Kirkwood is known as the green tree seat, vast number of trees in park area. Whereas Kirkwood Urban Forestry Commission was on February 19th, 1998, with the passage of an ordinance to provide oversight and guidance on the urban forestry issue. Whereas an additional 36 trees will be planted throughout the city for a total of 38 trees. And this year, the Arbor Day planting will take on Saturday, April 25th. I hope everyone will come to that. And whereas, and I can't say the scientific term, but the black tupelo is the for 2026. And on Arbor Day, there will be a black tupelo planted in front of the library. That event will be starting at 9 o'clock in the morning. The Jefferson will be blocked off from Kirkwood Road. From Taylor up to about halfway up to Kirkwood Road. There will be a lot of booths and what have you. So the city of Kirkwood was designated as Tree City USA for the 36th year with Growth Award distinctions, 4 different years. And the City Department of Conservation Arbor Award of Excellence for 2011, 19, and 25. Therefore, I, Elizabeth W. Gibbons, Mayor of the City of Kirkwood, on behalf of Kirkwood City Council, do declare April 25th, 2026 as Arbor Day. So congratulations on all your work.
Didn't want a photobomb.
I'll make sure.
Yay.
I know.
Can't hide.
Thank you. All righty, now we will move to public comments.
Would you like me to read the statement? Okay. The public comments portion of the meeting is an opportunity for the city council to listen to comments from citizens. It is not a question and answer session, and the city council will not respond to comments or answer questions during this period. The mayor may refer any matter brought up to the city council to the interim chief administrative officer or city clerk if action is needed.
Thank you. So has anyone filled out a public comment card for this evening?
Yes, Mayor and Council, we have one comment from Georgia Ragland.
Hi, Georgia.
Hi. Back a little bit. At its finest, local government simply consists of neighbors coming together to work for the betterment of the community. In a matter of days, this council will see 3 members leave and 3 new ones sworn in. Simultaneously, a new chief administrative officer is being chosen. Even though some of you will continue in office, it's not the current city council that will be working with a new CAO. Given the timing, I think it's important for the new council to make the final decision on who to hire. To do otherwise is to be really disrespectful to the new elected officials, and is hardly the act of neighbors working together for the betterment of the community. Let's not start off the building of new relationships between current council members and a new set of council members and the new CAO with such an act of pettiness.
We have no further comments.
Thank you. We'll move to the consent agenda. Is there a motion and a second to accept the consent agenda?
Motion.
Second.
Discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye, opposed, nay. Consent agenda passes. We move to unfinished business, Bill 11125.
Mayor and council, this is an ordinance granting a special use permit for the outdoor use and outdoor dining at 159 West Argonne Drive, Fox's Finest, subject to certain conditions.
Thank you. Is there any discussion? Roll call, please.
Mayor Gibbons,
Yes.
Councilmember Jack Sadek,
Yes.
Councilmember Lizzo,
Yes.
Councilmember McLean, Councilmember Zimmer.
Yes.
Bill 11125 passes.
Congratulations.
Yes, yeah, exactly. Do we have a motion and a second to bring substitute Bill 11126 to the floor for
Motion.
consideration?
Second.
Thank you. All in favor of bringing the substitute bill to the floor, 11126, please say aye.
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 Aye. Opposed, nay?
Abstain.
Okay. All righty. Are there any questions or comments on substitute bill 11126? Maybe you could explain that for us, David.
Yeah, the substitute bill was put together. There was some changes in the exhibits with the finalization of the certificates of participation for the pre-sale here. So that information is updated prior to this meeting.
Very good. Thank you. All right. Are there any questions? And also, Shannon from Gilmore and Bell is here if anybody has any questions to ask of her. You waved at us? Okay, then, okay.
This is a difficult vote for me. You know, I want to explain why I'm voting as I am as clearly as I can. Right now, the city owns, among other things, other properties, these 2 properties, the Mrazek property, which we purchased for $12 million at our current public works site. The decision before us is whether to approve the $8 million in financing to relocate the public works to the new site. Here's why that matters. If we move forward, we can sell the current public works site quickly and cleanly. A buyer won't have to wait for us to relocate, which makes the property more attractive and allows the city to receive the sale proceeds sooner. If we don't move forward, there's a possibility that we'll be carrying both properties for a period longer, 15, 24 months, while we reassess the situation. During that time, taxpayers continue to bear the debt service costs of the $12 million Mrazek property, and will likely need to spend another $750,000 to $1.5 million just to keep the current public works facility operational due to the deferred maintenance. So the choice comes down to this. Do we pause and carry both properties, spending more on debt and maintenance with no clear timeline? Do we move forward now, complete the relocation, and position the city to recover the funds sooner? Or do we sell the Mrazek property at a $4 to $6 million loss and commit to keeping public works where it is for the next generation? There's also a bigger picture. Redeveloping the current public works site is a real opportunity for downtown Kirkwood, especially the theater or the arts district. It won't happen overnight, but over time it can strengthen the area, increase property values, and hopefully generate additional revenue for the city. I understand the concerns about taking on additional debt. Those concerns are very real, Gina. I'm with you 100% on that. But after weighing all of this, I believe moving forward now is a more responsible choice. Delaying this decision costs us money every month. Moving forward puts us in control, protects our long-term financial position, and sets our community up for success in the future. So I'll be voting in favor of this.
Thank you. Anybody else?
Thank you. Thank
Okay,
you
we're-
for that, Councilmember McLean. I agree with your assessment. I think this is an important move. And we've been working on this whole joint deal between the former Mrazek property and our public works for many years. And I believe it's important that we move forward with all of the positive changes that will bring to the downtown core area with potentially new development of that property. So I agree. We need to get all of our public services consolidated over at the new property that we own and get it upfitted so that all of the departments can move in over there ASAP. Thank you for your comments, Mark.
You're welcome. Thank you.
And I will just tag onto a little bit what Mark said. My concerns are the debt, but my concerns are much broader than that. And I remain a no.
I just want to reiterate that there is upfitting that needs to be done of the property on Leffingwell, and that the property that Public Works is currently on will be sold for development. So, and another reason that we're changing this, the certificates of participation, is because they were taxable, because the former owner of the Leffingwell property, Mrazek, was in there renting from us, and we had to have the taxing type of certificate of participation. We're now changing that to a non-taxing certificate of participation. Okay, any more comments? Okay, roll call, please.
Mayor Gibbons?
Yes.
Councilmember Jack Sadek?
No.
Councilmember Lutzo?
Yes.
Councilmember McLean?
Yes.
Councilmember Zimmer?
Yes.
The bill passes final reading. We will move to new business, Resolution 19/2026.
Mayor and council, this is a resolution accepting the bid of America's Parking remarking in the amount not to exceed of $84,599.35, which includes a 10% contingency in the amount of $7,690.85 for 2026 high-build acrylic waterborne pavement markings for the engineering department, and authorizing and directing the mayor to enter into a contract.
Thank you. Do I have a motion and a second to accept Resolution 19/2026 as read?
Motion.
Second.
Thank you. I do have a couple of questions, or maybe just one, on, there's two types of markings that will be done, waterborne and thermoplastic. What's the difference, and how is it decided which one will go where?
I can provide you some of the answers there. So a waterborne paint is better in a high traffic area. It is refreshed on a more frequent basis than thermoplastic. Thermoplastic tends to last a lot longer. But in areas where you have a lot of turn volume and things of that nature, thermoplastic tends to break down underneath a lot of that traction. So in places where we can get by with long-term, street markings, more in the center of the property, thermoplastic is better, or we found that it lasts longer. For most of our city markings, the vast majority of them will be using waterborne, especially where there's a lot of high traffic and that type of volume.
Thank you. Yes, Councilmember Zimmer.
Yes, thank you. Just to clarify for the public, in case they see this,
It's not marked whether this is budgeted, yes or no. Can you confirm that it is budgeted, please?
So it is budgeted, but this is also contingent upon TDD funds.
Thank you.
And we might just say that the TDD board will be meeting to determine that next week. Anyone else? Okay. Roll call, please.
Mayor Gibbons?
Yes.
Councilmember Jack Sadek?
Yes.
Councilmember Lizzo?
Yes.
Councilmember McLean?
Yes.
Councilmember Zimmer?
Yes.
Very good. Resolution 19-2026 passes. Resolution 2026.
Mayor and council, this is a resolution accepting the bid of Yoker's Painting in the amount of not to exceed of $516,795.62, which includes a 10% contingency in the amount of $46,981.42 for the 2026 asphalted concrete overlays project for the engineering department, and authorizing and directing the mayor to enter into a contract.
Thank you. Do I have a motion and a second to accept Resolution 2026?
So
Motion.
moved.
Thank you. Again, this is going to be a project of the TDD if the board approves it. And there will be 8 sites that will get this kind of asphalt, concrete mill and overlay. St. Croix Court from Lockett West to the cul-de-sac. St. Croix Court, Lockett East to the cul-de-sac. Lockett Road from De Pere, city limits to Doherty Ferry. 4th one is Lockett Lane from Lockett Road to Sherlin. The 5th site is Wilcox, West Essex to the end of Wilcox. Site 6 is Elm Tree Lane from Gabriel to the cul-de-sac. Site 7 is Schubert Drive. And just FYI, no one lives on Schubert Drive. There's not a home there. From West Essex to Elm Tree. And then the last one is Site 8 would be Gabriel Drive from West Essex to where the pavement begins. And I just want to take this opportunity to thank the citizens of Kirkwood. This is over a $500,000 project. We wouldn't be able to do this without the TDD having passed. So we really are going to be able to get our streets up to the level they need to be. And I just want to remind everyone too that we have a list of the streets in their condition, and we are starting with the poorest ones first and moving up.
Very good.
Yes, Councilmember McLean.
To follow up on that, and I believe those streets are on the website, David. So if you want to know where your street is in the condition, Mayor, you can go and look up on the website.
Mhm.
And since Paul Schaefer's not here tonight in his absence, and Chris isn't here, David, thank you for getting 6 bids on this. So Paul, if you're listening, there's 6 bids on this.
No, they're just, okay. Roll call, please.
Mayor Gibbons?
Yes.
Councilmember Jack Sadek?
Yes.
Councilmember Lizzo?
Yes.
Councilmember McLean?
Yes.
Councilmember Zimmer?
Yes. Struggling with that.
Very good. The resolution passes. Resolution 2426.
2126.
Sorry, 2126.
Mayor and council, this is a resolution accepting the single source quote of Corrective Asphalt Materials LLC in the amount of not to exceed of $99,564.80, which includes a 10% contingency in the amount of $9,051.35 for the 2026 emulsified maltine-based asphalt rejuvenator project for the engineering department, and authorizing and directing the mayor to enter into a contract.
Thank you. Do I have a motion and second to accept Resolution 2126?
Motion.
Second.
Thank you. Again, this is streets that will be done with the TDD money, which is Transportation to Development District money, funding. It's a big list, so I'm not going to read all of them. And again, you can go on the website and see exactly which streets are going to be done, and they are being done in order of condition, starting with the poorest condition streets first. Anyone else have something? Roll call, please.
All right. Mayor Gibbons?
Yes.
Councilmember Jack Sadek?
Yes.
Councilmember Lizzo?
Yes.
Councilmember McLean?
Yes.
Councilmember Zimmer?
Yes.
Resolution 2126 passes. Resolution 2026.
Mayor and council, this is a resolution accepting the proposal of Cisco St. Louis LLC in the amount not to exceed of $63,600 for Kirkwood Aquatic Center and ice rink concession supplies for an initial term of 12 months with the option to renew for up to 4 additional 12-month terms, contingent upon budgetary approval and authorizing and directing the mayor to enter into a contract.
May I have a motion and a second to accept Resolution 2026?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. Conversation, comments, questions?
Nancy, no, go ahead.
Oh, well, I just wanted to thank Kyle and his staff for bringing this to us. I think this is an exciting change and certainly a potential revenue generator for the aquatic center and the ice rink to offer additional and expanded concession opportunities for patrons of the ice rink and aquatic center. And I mean, I think this is win-win situation, so I'm appreciative of this.
Kyle, I have to ask you, for all the hockey families, will there be coffee at 5 a.m.? That is a great answer. They're going to be happy
We're
to
gonna
hear.
vote yes. Okay.
At 5 p.m.?
Oh,
Happy hour?
5 a.m.
Don't say 5 a.m.
Lots of new fans over there.
yeah.
And my only comment is thanks, Kyle, for your memo, which is attached to the legislation. And your additional information is always great and very helpful and very much appreciated.
Kyle, okay, it's a proposal for $63,000, 63.6 for supplies. And I read what's the supplies consist of? Because it also, and then in the back page, it talks about packaged snacks, beverages, frozen goods, and paper products.
It includes all of those supplies, and it's split between the ice rink and the aquatic center.
So how does it work, like for, let's use packaged snacks? I mean,
It-
it's not a fixed cost for all the packaged snacks we need, is it? Or is it,
No, they'll be individually sold to us.
okay, so
And then we-
63,000 just gives them the right to come and deliver all the products and sell stuff to us?
Let's see, where does that 63,000 number?
That's the not to exceed 50.
That's the not to exceed total amount between the two, the aquatic center and the ice rink. $45,000 for the pool and 18,600 for the ice rink. That's a guess at what we're going to spend because we don't have any history in this yet.
Right, so it could, if we sell more packaged snacks than we're anticipating, the price could go up, but then our revenue will go up.
Correct.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
And if we exceed this, we're going to keep a close eye on this. And if we're going to exceed it, we will make sure we come back to council and ask for any overage of that.
So this is just a contract based on estimated.
Yep, it's just an estimate right now until we get
Oh, okay.
a history. Yeah.
Oh, I think it's great.
Yeah, I will say, from my experience in business, Cisco is a well-known brand. They're very dependable. I think they're going to be a good partner for us.
Yeah. We're happy with this one. We did only get one bid, but I will say that we reached out to 6 other businesses via email and phone call and asked them to sign up for Ion Way, but we only ended up with one. And this
Cisco's a
one,
good one.
this one does not include drinks. We are going to come back to you for soda at the next meeting, I believe.
Kyle, it doesn't, I mean, obviously doesn't include personnel. Do you have any idea on what it's going to cost?
I don't know that off the top of my head, but I can get it for you. That is included in our expenses in the budget. Yep, this is just for the food side of it.
Yeah,
We are expecting to sell the food at a bit of a profit to pay for that staff. And we're expecting items to be between $4 and $8.
well, we know it's been very successful with the K-PAC, so.
Yeah,
um,
got some good staff back there
Great,
too.
they
Yeah.
were a great incubator to then move it on, so, yeah,
Any other questions?
Thanks, Kyle.
thank you. Roll call.
Mayor Gibbons,
Yes.
Councilmember Jack Sadek,
Yes.
Councilmember Lizzo,
Yes.
Councilmember McLean,
Yes.
Councilmember Zimmer.
Yes.
The resolution has passed. Resolution 23, 2026.
Mayor and Council, this is a resolution accepting the proposal of Bradley Curry for a Kirkwood Performing Arts Center house band in the amount of not to exceed of $27,000 for the initial term of 12 months with the option to renew for up to 4 additional 12-month terms contingent upon budgetary approval and authorizing and directing the mayor to enter into a contract.
Thank you. Do I have a motion and second to accept Resolution 23, 26 as read?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. Discussion?
Again, I would like to thank Kyle and Joe and Liz for the additional information in the memo. It makes sense, you know, anytime you kind of embark in a different direction, it's helpful to have the background information. They put a lot of time and thought into this, and I appreciate all their work, and I think it's a good move.
Thank you. This would be a good time to remind everyone that the next coffee concert, which is such a nice event at our K-PAC with a house band, will be this coming Tuesday, the 21st. Starts at 10:30 in the morning for an hour, and it just kind of transforms you into a different place for just an hour out of your day. It's really fun. I love it. And actually this week will be, or this next week will be Erin Bodie, who is a St. Louis favorite.
She's great.
So I hope that we'll get folks coming to that. All right,
When does Aaron play? I forgot.
Tuesday. If you hadn't been talking, you would have heard me say that.
It's his.
No, it wasn't his fault.
Watch the video.
I could hear your voice.
Okay, roll call, please.
Mayor Gibbons,
Yes.
Councilmember Jack Sadek,
Yes.
Councilmember Lizzo,
Yes.
Councilmember McLean,
Yes.
Councilmember Zimmer.
Yes.
Very good. Thank you.
Yay.
Mhm, yeah. Resolution 24, 2026.
Mayor and Council, this is a resolution accepting the proposal of Traffic Eura in the amount of not to exceed of $598,666 for the purchase of summertime block power for the months of June, July, and August 2027 for the electric department, and authorizing and directing the mayor to enter into an amended contract.
Thank you. Do I have a motion and a second to accept Resolution 24, 2026 as read?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. David, maybe you could just give a little context on what exactly this is.
Yes, so our electric department receives a good portion of its power through Prairie State Power Generation. During the summer months, when our demand is a lot higher for electric, we reach out and purchase block power, which essentially is a hedge against the market. So additional power that we then sell into the market to offset our costs to make sure that we decrease any sort of volatility in the electric market. This is to cover those months. We have a little bit less in June, and then 5 megawatts in June and 10 in July and August that we do straight across the board. And this is for 2027, not this summer, but the following summer. So we try to buy in advance to take advantage of the best prices that we can get for summertime block.
Thank you. Are there any questions or comments? Roll call, please.
Mayor Gibbons,
Yes.
Councilmember Jack Sadek,
Yes.
Councilmember Lizzo,
Yes.
Councilmember McLean,
Yes.
Councilmember Zimmer.
Yes.
The resolution has passed. Resolution 25, 2026.
Mayor and council, this is a resolution accepting the proposal of Trafigura in the amount of not to exceed of $232,000 for the purchase of fall block power for the year of 2026 for the electric department, and authorizing and directing the mayor to enter into an amended contract.
Do I have a motion and a second to accept Resolution 25, 2026?
Motion.
Second.
Thank you. Any comments? Roll call, please.
Mayor Gibbons,
Yes.
Councilmember Jack Sadek,
Yes.
Councilmember Lizzo,
Yes.
Councilmember McLean,
Yes.
Councilmember Zimmer.
Yes.
Resolution passes. We'll move to city council reports. Couple things that I would like to mention. It's Coffee with the Mayor is this Tuesday at the community center at 9 o'clock, and I hope you'll come and join us for that. This past week, something that I'm really passionate about, and so important to Kirkwood, is Amtrak. And the Amtrak funding passed the Missouri Senate. They have to approve it every single year. And if you'll remember, a few years ago, they only funded half a year. And it dropped us to one train, which really significantly hurt us. So they passed the funding at full amount, and now it'll go to the House. So we'll hope that that passes there too. This is a bit of a bittersweet tonight. We've got two council members with longevity. This is their last meeting. Councilmember Lutzow and Councilmember Zimmer. You have been both a constant of wealth of knowledge and experience, with 10 years for Councilmember Zimmer and 12 years for Councilmember Lutzow. I know this is hard for both of you, and we and the citizens so appreciate all the work that you've put into our great city. Thank you, and we'll expect you to come back quite often. I know I've already twisted Councilmember Zimmer's arm to be on a commission, a board or commission. I got to work on Councilmember Lutzow now too.
I'm thinking
So-
about it. I
so
got
you're-
some other stuff I need to take care of.
All right, and I'm sure that maybe you might have a few words that you want to say, so,
Oh,
Councilmember
gosh.
Lutzow, would you-
Actually, I had council reports, because if I start in on the privilege that I've had to sit on this dais for, actually, it's 12 years in a couple months because of COVID. We extended our terms until sometime in June. It has been an extreme privilege of my life. I wish I had it in me to have run for another 4 years, but I think we've got some excellent new council members elect. Then I am excited to see them inaugurated, sworn in, and grow in their position and serve the citizens for what I call, doing this to me is a real calling. If you understand sort of from clergy kind of use, it's almost a calling, because it is so meaningful to our citizens, to ourselves, to our staff, what we provide, especially here at the local level where we do roads and sidewalks and, just any electricity and water and trash bags downstairs and public service. I mean, I can't possibly forget that. This community is so special to me, and I think all of us feel the same, that it's for the love of community, and that's why we do this. And I appreciate your support for me and for what we do over the years. Thank you so much.
Anderson?
Well, before I start my little speech, I wanted to say, Councilmember Litzo, if there's somebody that embodies a public servant that works hard for you, the citizen, who does her homework and her research and has a plethora of knowledge, it's Councilmember Litzo. I'm going to tell you something. She knows so much about Kirkwood. It's amazing. I have watched her destroy many arguments to things with facts and figures and statistics and history. And boy, if you and Mark had to decide on, a brand of appliance for your kitchen, he would be in trouble because you'd have the reports and all the models and all the information to make that decision. You are a very, very workmanlike council member. You have always put your heart and soul into this job, and it shows, and you have been such an integral part of the history of Kirkwood, Missouri. It will always be remembered. So thank you very much.
Thank you for saying that, Mark.
So tonight, April 16th, 2026 is my final council meeting for this almost 10-year run. I served 4 years on the Citizen Finance Committee, starting back in 2012. You first elected me 10 years ago in 2016 to a partial term. In 2018, you reelected me to a full term. In 2022, you reelected me again, which means I'm termed out. That's almost 10 years straight on city council, which is very unusual. But my kids would tell you I'm unusual anyway. Hard to believe it's been almost 10 years. I've been coming to this beautiful building for 14 years now in a row. Not even a month off. In a recent article about local politics, I was described as being cited as a conservative, but who always seems to be a fairly independent, fair-minded thinker. But you know what? That's close enough for government work. To me, being a council member means just that. Open-minded to listen to all sides of a story so as to make a good decision for Kirkwood. And I'll tell you, I've worked hard to do that because I love Kirkwood. I really do. I've seen much change over the past 14 years in my service to the city. And there have been many issues we've all faced. Do you remember Magic House parking, Aberdeen, Sugar Creek, Geyer and Big Bend, North Ballas, that was a big one, Horseshoe, Bach, the James, assisted living downtown? I do. I remember them well as your comments. And I always felt it was important for me to represent you and listen to your perspective. Many ideas have changed. City employees have changed. Citizens have changed, and city councils have changed. But one thing that's never changed, not in the past 10 years serving you as council member and deputy mayor, and that's me. Keeping my promises to treat citizens and employees with respect. Listening to everyone, even when we disagree. Not grandstanding meetings, but doing my homework beforehand. No hidden agendas or ulterior motives, but always being honest and fair with you, the people of Kirkwood, being your voice and your representation. I always made the effort to be a council member that I would have wanted, professional, approachable, and working for you. The people that I've met in this city are just amazing to me. First, I must say thank you to all the lovely residents who've supported me during this decade of service to Kirkwood. You're wonderful people, and I count so many as friends. To all of the citizens and volunteers, board and commission members, thank you for your service to Kirkwood. I've talked several weeks recently about our city employees, and I want to thank all city employees who have been such a big help to me and to our councils and our council members. Without you all, this city would not function. We are all grateful for your service to Kirkwood. Thank you to all the former council members that I've served with previously for your past service to Kirkwood. You've made a lot of big decisions, and we've had a lot of important issues that I mentioned previously. For our current council members that are still here tonight, thank you all for your service and for all the hard work that you do. It's much appreciated. Congratulations and welcome to our council members-elect in our audience tonight. We wish you great luck and success, and thank you for your future service to Kirkwood. I have to say thanks to former Mayor Art McDonald, who chased Katie and I down on Jefferson Avenue 15 years ago to talk to me and get me to be involved in the city of Kirkwood. I also have to thank my lovely wife, children, and my family for all of your constant love and support, for being there, and for giving me all the great advice that I needed. You're a wonderful counsel to me. This job takes a lot of time and effort away from your families, and I can tell you my wife, who is here tonight, has a 14-year-long honey-do list that I will be getting next week. So that will give me something to do on some time off. But Kirkwood is such a wonderful, magical place to live and to work and to be a part of. And it has been such an honor and privilege. Many decades ago, when I was a young boy, we visited Kirkwood often, dining at the former Massa's restaurant. And we would see the trains. We'd see our historic station, which is becoming new again. My love for Kirkwood started many, many years ago and continues to this day. My wife's family started in Kirkwood back in 1950. She's been a part of this community for many, many decades as well. And we both have a strong love for the city. It has been an honor and pleasure to serve you, the people of Kirkwood. My wife and I thank you for all of your support over this past decade. Thank you for the wonderful experiences and memories and friendships. And let's keep in touch. Thank you very much.
Additional council reports?
Oh, I have reports.
Oh, good. Of course you do.
Without any tears. I mentioned a few weeks ago, and I'll remind again, that the park board will be having a public hearing on Monday, what is that, April 20th, considering the proposed master plan for the Parks and Recs department. Also, Mitchell Park, which has been recently completed, and I think maybe a couple last punch list items still are, but they should be finished by the at least scheduled right now, weather permitting, a ribbon cutting at Mitchell Park on Saturday, May 9th. You'll have to watch for an update on exactly when, but it'll be a morning ribbon cutting. And like I said, weather permitting. It's such a adorable little pocket park over on Mitchell Place, whatever the road is. I hope you all can come out and see what they've done over there. There's some really cool new playground for the kids and little water feature and just all kinds of stuff. It's beautiful over there. And also another upcoming event at the Meacham Park Community Cleanup is Saturday, May 9th at 10 a.m. and meet at the park if you'd like to help. Last year I helped with they typically pair you up with a partner and you go around with a black trash bag and pick up trash around the neighborhood and various other events, and I think they have treats going on. If you'd like to sign up, you can contact Sierra Du Bois, the team leader at CIARRADEBOISE@gmail.com. Bring your gloves, and if it would be easier for you bringing a little, one of those grabber hand things to pick up trash rather than bending over, that would be appreciated. It's a fun event. Meet at Beecham Memorial Park at 324 New York Street. Again, Saturday, May 9th, 10 a.m. That's all.
Thank you. Is someone down here?
I'll do a couple of, first of all, Nancy, not that I'm gonna, give away your secrets, but you have been counting down your last few meetings, how many more she has left. And every time we called another meeting, a special one, she'd sigh and just put it back. She'd had to add a number. So after many attempts to come up with your final number of meetings you had left, you are finally at it.
I think so, yes.
But there still is another, 2 weeks before the rest are
Right, that you
sworn
guys
in?
could
So
collude and
Don't
come up with
jinx us.
something else.
please don't plan on not being available because we might, actually, you do have a residual one, but we'll talk about that one later.
Right.
But I did want to just express my appreciation for both to Mark and to Nancy for their years of service on and off the council. Actually, my start with Nancy was the last 2 years of my run on the council. Wasn't it the last 2?
Well, I started in 2012.
And so last
I think
4. I got
We were
4 in.
together for 4 years.
Yeah, and then now having the privilege of serving with her the last 2, so of her end of her career, unless she takes a break and comes back. And then with Mark, I got to know you through your CFC years, and then you did come on after I rolled off, and now back for the last 2. So it's been a privilege. I wish you both well, and P and Z might need somebody. I don't know, Finance Committee might need somebody. There's a lot of options when you're ready to reengage. And most of those don't happen on Thursday nights, so you may now be able to claim Thursday nights. So
Okay.
good luck,
you.
and we will no doubt see you around.
Yes, ma'am.
And then
Thank
my
you.
only kind of report again goes to our forester and the horticulturists at the park. I mean, this has been a month of awards and recognitions. And so again, it's April's kind of a nice month to step back and appreciate all the hard work and dedication of a great group across our various teams here in Kirkwood.
Since you brought in the swearing in, that's something that we should announce because there won't be another meeting before that. That will be on Wednesday, April 29th, right up here in the council chambers at 7 o'clock. And citizens are more than welcome to be here. And I will tell you that these 3 new members that are coming on board are not coming in with no knowledge. They have attended everything. They are fully aware of all the things that are going on within the council. We're very excited to welcome them and appreciate the fact that they've got so much knowledge.
Mayor,
Yes.
Kirkwood Human Rights Commission is fortunate enough to bring former Chief Justice Michael Wolf to the KPAC Center on Monday, May 18th at 7 p.m. Doors open at 6, so get there early. Chief Justice Wolf served on the Supreme Court of Missouri from 1998 to 2011, and as Chief Justice from 2005 to 2007. And he'll have a lot to offer and say, and I welcome everyone to come.
Thank you. Any additional announcements? Okay. Interim Chief Administrative Officer report.
Yes, Mayor, I just wanted to reverberate a couple of comments here real quick. I'll keep it real short for you guys, extremely short, but it's been a pleasure serving with both of you all for all of these years. But it's been awesome, and I'm glad that you guys will get the opportunity to maybe listen to the concert series outside of this room. We'll get to take a vacation during the first 3 weeks of every month.
What are you saying, David?
David.
Thank you. Thank you, David.
City Attorney report.
I'll just echo and say it's been nice to serve and work with you, Mark and Nancy. And it's only been a year, but I really appreciate the knowledge and background that you all have brought to everything. It's made my job easier, and I appreciate that. So
Thank you, Jackie. Thank you.
City Clerk report.
Your Honor, again, I will just, Nancy, I'm not trying to make you cry. I'll make
Too
it
late.
short. I just want to
It's
say,
late.
it has been an honor and a pleasure truly to work with both of you. I have enjoyed it tremendously. You guys have been wonderful council members. I want to say, the swearing in isn't till the 29th, so you're not done yet.
I know.
So don't get
True.
too comfortable, you
That's true.
two, okay? And then we'll make you cry on the 29th.
All righty. Seeing no further business, our regularly scheduled meeting will be on, our next one will be on Thursday, May 7th, 2026. This meeting is adjourned.